everybody. Good morning. All right, so this is the Winnerzz Arena, round one, group three. The tournament where only wins matter. So we're going to have three winners this round, which means two players are going to lose out today. The first game is a classic 70% domination game with no fog, blizzards, or portals, progressive cards, auto placement, expert automated bots, alliances on, turn timer on 60 seconds, and balanced blitz dice. So we're watching from Victim of Isolation Decay's, aka Void's, perspective. He's playing as yellow in the second seat. Playing as red in the first seat and taking his first turn to open the game up is General Elatar. Then in the third seat, we have the zombie master himself, Chad Carter, aka XCDude96. And then in the fourth seat, we have White, who is hopefully awake for the game, but his name is asleep. And then last but not least, we have Game Slot on blue. All right, so because it's progressive, the players may not necessarily take bonuses. They probably won't, but sometimes you see bonus taking in 70% games anyway. All right, who we got? We got Bertram, Fastepi, Zango, same decks. Welcome in, guys. Hola. Should be an interesting few games here. So the classic map doesn't have too many corners where you can hide in. It's relatively small compared to some of the other maps that are out there that get a little crazy with it. But in terms of spawns, I don't really see any atrocious spawns. Everyone's reasonably spread out. I am, full disclosure, I am like half distracted right now because I'm trying to like also pay attention to a work meeting that's in my ears. So I'm missing out on some of the subtle nuances on the first few turns of a Risk game. So after the first couple turns, it looks like Void seems to have the least amount of troops. A lot of people want cards on yellow, it seems like. Does anyone end up with Australia? It doesn't. It looks like the answer is no. People want to trade down there and have access to it. Green heading down to India. Green has a decent number of troops. I mean, honestly, the troop counts aren't too disparate. So, but green is also on 26% of the board right now. A lot of green singles out there. Hey, what's up, Crazy Cars? Thanks for the first time chat. Speaking of which, 70% on the classic map. Oh no, I need to actually pick a map. Oh dear. Whoops. Let's see if that does it. I have to shut that off and turn it back on. There we go. For the classic map, You need 30 territories. That's all but 12 of the original 42 territories. So, first player to get that will win the game. Right now, Chad Carter is the closest. He's on 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So, Chad here just needs 19 more, which probably won't happen anytime soon. Normally what happens in a 70% progressive game is somebody makes a kill that sets them in, and then with the territories that they conquered with the kill, and then with the more territories that they can get with the troops from the set, that normally is enough to get them to the 70%. That's normally how a progressive 70% game goes. And if you want to learn about fixed progressive games, you can check out my Twitch channel because yesterday I showcased how you do not play a fixed 70% game. So that was fun. All right, we're going to get into the last round here before the sets start coming out. Oh, one of my co-casters here woke up from her nap. Oh, come here, baby girl. Ah, there we go. Okay, looks like Void knocked down a couple of Chad's troops. Game select kills Elatard, runs eventually, or Elatar slams blue to prevent that. Yeah. The game would have to add more troops to Brazil, but yeah, it does look like blue has all of red's positions, and blue should be getting better trades than red. Speaking of trades, red goes ahead and turns in the first one for 4 troops. Void's got the 6th trade here. I would think Void would want to maintain his Europe position as well as his Eastern US position for a future run. Looks like he's got a slightly different strat in mind, which is probably good. I'm not the best person to take advice from. All right, XC dude, trading an 8. Looks like he thought about moving his India stack up to Ural. Decided to go the other way. Mr. Sleep here is going to trade in the 10 set. You want to hold the baby Ari? You can't hold her. You're too little. You're a big boy. Yeah, you want to hold her? Game slot's got the 12. We got one less player here, so sets are going to progress a little more slowly. I normally go over the bonuses for maps, but I think we all know what the bonuses are like for the classic map. And red with a spicy set on 3 for 15 troops. Does he believe he has it this turn? No. Sets early just because. Interesting. Maybe he was worried about game slot killing him, but I'm not sure that game slot had him just yet. That wouldn't have been a risk until well, actually maybe it would have. No. Yeah, no, I don't think it would have been a risk just yet. But it's certainly not a risk now, that's for sure. Void moves up to Iceland. Madagascar 10 doesn't have a lot of runway. And Chad moves out of Northern Europe into North Africa. So if anyone else had a set on 3, they decided not to use it. Looks like everyone's going to go to 4. Ooh, Elatar loses a 1 there. All right, so Void is thinking about trading for 20. If he had the set, he does not have a set on 4. Void may have had the Chad kill with a trade. Emphasis on may. It would have been very tight. And Chad does not have Mr. Sleep skill. Green is the only player. Actually, no. Green and yellow are the only players without a position in Australia. Does Chad, and Chad does not have the game slot kill either because he's locked out of Australia. Can Chad kill Void? Chad should be able to kill Void here, but I think a Chad kill on Void is less tight than a Void kill on Chad would have been because Void would have needed to add a lot of troops to hit Chad's Madagascar 10, whereas Chad can use that 10 against Void. Actually, never mind. Void has a 10 in Peru that Chad is blocked from. Never mind. So yeah, Chad doesn't have any viable kills here. Mr. Sleep, feeling safe, also not going to trade on 4. And Game Salat. With everyone else going to 5, he's going to join them. All right, Elatar's going to take a 3rd card, and then Void finally has his 20 trade. Can Void take out Chad? Once again, it would be tight, but he might have the Chad kill. Red is the only other kill Void could potentially get, but it's more troops to kill for less cards. So it doesn't look like he'll be going for any kills with this set. Goes to 3 with a card on Central. And I believe that's his 3rd dude. Void, I believe, is sitting with a set on 3. Chad trades in for the 25. Yep. Void sees that he has the set on 3. So far, nobody believes that they have the 70 run. We have seen no attempts. Asleep is going to trade in for 30. Can Asleep take the game slot kill? I don't think so. It doesn't have a good way into Brazil. Game slot going to survive to get a huge trade here. Could potentially kill General Elatar, who is now the weakest player, or will be the weakest player once game slot trades. No kill attempts, no run attempts. Will game slot shake things up? $35 set for game slot. That should be big enough to take out General Elatar if he wants to. He may not have the run just yet, but surely the red kill is profitable. Game slot does not want any kills. He adds stacks everywhere. General Elatar once again sets on 3 for 40. Getting some solid card luck there as the red player. Is he attempting a run here? Is this a run or a Europe take? It looks like he might be requesting Europe. Interesting. The trades are on 40. So I'm not sure how much good Europe will do him. But if you're game slot, you probably get that 15 out of the way just in case this guy decides to hit it. So Void also has a set on 3, which is worth 45 troops. So he's looking at to see if he has the run with a set on 3. He's going to choose not to run it. Go to 4 cards, bide his time. Chad will be the first to tell you that his card luck isn't good enough for a set on 3, so he's also going to go to 4. Mr. Sleep, or Asleep here, is going to 4 as well. Game Slot may have been hoping to kill red on 4 cards instead of 3 cards. But he doesn't have that option now. Does he slowly move out of Europe? No, he's going to immediately move out of Europe. Or does he fortify into Europe? No, fortifies out. Says, General Elatar, if you really want Europe, you can have it, my friend. And there we go. We see the first bonus take of the game. Void with the question mark, the questioning general, inquisitive general. Setting for 45. Can Void kill Chad and go into a run? 18-14, 14-9, 20-16-1, 25-19. And then the rest just about to get the 19 in Madagascar. He's going for the Chad kill here, folks. Getting the dice he needs. GG's to XC Dude. Ooh, XC Dude did have a set on 3, it looks like. And chose not to use it. Void sets in for 50. Does Void have the run here? Or does Void chain a kill? Can't really. Elatar doesn't set him in. And Game Slot and Asleep are both behind Elatar in Indonesia. So if you're Void, you're probably looking at potentially running it here now that the board is as open as you've made it following the kill. Taking a lot of time, though. Going to go ahead and end his turn and get those troops out of Madagascar, activate them in Egypt. Once again, has a set on 3, but will it make it back to him? Asleep does not set in on 4. Surely he would have if he had the trade. Does Game Slot set in on 4 for the 55 trade? He sure does. Does Game Slot have the Asleep kill? 33 down into Middle East. A few more on New Guinea for Australia. He's got to get to Yakutsk. This does look like a run attempt. Grabbed a bunch of North American territory. Grab some African territory. Loses everything in the beginning. I think he needed those 2 territories down there. Still has the 33. This should still be enough. And sure enough, it is. GG's and well played.